All right, guys, Robin here. Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm doing your daily tarot card reading. This is going to be for Wednesday, February 24th. Never makes sense to me. Like, why does February, like, why don't the months all have the same amount of days? Like, I don't get it. Like, whose idea was that? And it's super confusing. I feel a little bit kind of ripped off because if you're paying rent or mortgage or something like that, you're not getting your money's worth, in my opinion. So who can we protest about February? So anyway, guys, that's my rant for the day, and I hope you guys are doing great. Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck in my hands here, and I'll be using this to do your Hump Day Tarot card reading. So anyway, I look forward to your comments, guys, and, you know, let me know how you're doing and all of that great stuff. So I feel like I just want to get right into the reading. Some days I'm such a great talk show host, and some days I'm just all about business. So guys, let's get into this. This is a really good checkup for you guys, especially when I saw some self-doubt and fear creeping in for you in Monday and Tuesday's reading. It might help you align yourself a little bit better, feel a little bit more, I don't know, at ease in your own skin. So what part of yourself have you been holding back? We've got the Four of Coins. So there is some sort of underlying anxiety here for you guys, and it is coming through this week. And, you know, you can hide from prying eyes, you can hide from other people, but in my experience, what you cannot hide from is tarot. Tarot is channeled with, like, I use my spirit guides. I know a lot of people that do tarot card readings just from the book or whatever, but I actually, and I know this is going to sound crazy, I hear voices and I see messages in my head. So Four of Coins, you're not able to hide this anxiety. And why are you hiding it for other people? Because the deeper you bury something, the bigger the explosion is going to be a little bit down the line. Have you ever seen somebody trying not to get angry? You know, I had a really my dad had an explosive temper, and he would like sit and fume for a while, and then he would never say anything. He would never talk about his feelings. And then all of a sudden, he would just be like losing his mind, you know? So I really don't want you guys to get to that kind of point where, you know, you just flip out, you know? You just freak out and start screaming at people. You know, you're that person in traffic flipping everybody off, which is hysterical, but it's not very polite. And in some countries, you can even get a fine from the police for doing that. So you have been holding that back, that anxiety about things not going to turn out. And who can you talk to about that? Like, seriously, if you can't talk to a friend or a family member, you know, there's all kinds of, where I live anyway, there's free helplines. So you guys might want to really have a check-in on that, you know, or join some sort of group where you can go and talk to somebody or just feel supported, you know. So let's see what assumptions or social norm is getting in the way. And I'll wait for the card to come out. Sometimes I get messages before I even sit down to start doing tarot card readings. So I got two cards here. So we've got the Nine of Coins. So everybody is supposed to be skipping down a country lane with a basket full of flowers and, you know, humming a tune and being happy and everything's great. And it's not. Everything's not great, you know. Nine of Coins, everything, you're fixing everything for the rest of your bloodline. You know, you're here to cut the cord from your ancestors and make sure everything's okay and that your kids go to college and that blah, 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 you know. Again, I think I said keeping up with the Joneses the other day. It's too much pressure, you know. This is a society norm that bends people till they break, you know. You gotta let go of all that stuff and do what you can afford until you can afford to do more. You know what I mean? So I've got the Ten of Swords here for you as well. So the Ten of Swords is coming in kind of as a reassurance that things are only a phase. You know, I can tell you so many stories about my life, you guys, that it would just kind of blow your mind. Your mind. I've just been in really like down and out positions, and the only way I kept on getting myself out of them was on my own volition, you know? So you guys, there's a real need for you to gut it out and pull your straps up and start bootstraps, you know, and start believing that you can do anything that you want to. And again, like comparing yourself to other people or where you should be in your life at this particular point, it's not fair for you. It's not, you know. Plenty of people just live whatever life you're comfortable with, you know, and everybody else can basically pound it, you know, because who's paying your bills? Like when somebody can start picking up your mortgage or your rent or whatever, and, you know, paying your internet bill and paying for your cell phone, then they can have an opinion about your life. But right now, and even if they are paying your bills, you guys, that doesn't give somebody the right to tell you how to feel, think, act. But I'm saying there's a danger of a slippery slope here, and you don't want to get on that one. You don't want to get on the slippery slope and start feeling sorry for yourself. You know, separate yourself from that crowd, that herd mentality where everybody has to be the same, and start focusing on what you can do for yourself. What new attitude will propel you bravely forward? You know why this is all going on, you guys? Because there's a full moon coming in. It's on the 27th. That's why things are like... And we just came out of a Mercury retrograde. So this week is going to be in the shadow of the retrograde. So this is like super weird week with all this roaming energy going on. What new attitude? Okay, here you go. You guys, you got to remind yourself you're exactly where you need to be for your soul journey. Three of Wands is saying, okay, I've done all this work. I'm trying not to compare myself with other people. Keep on reminding yourself how amazing you are, even if it's not amazing. You know? I don't know why I got the phrase that puts the lotion in the basket right now, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. A little bit weird. Because, okay, who watched How I Met Your Mother? First of all, I had a guy that I used to work with used to call me Sherbatsky because my name's Robin. But there was an episode where everybody was comparing their lives to putting themselves in a hole and how they could get out of it. And that was based on that movie, The Silence of the Lambs, where Buffalo Bill would put people down the well until they lost enough weight so he could sew a skin suit. But anyway, that's really weird. But you're doing this to yourself, you know? Let's have the last card of the reading. How can you express yourself more fully? Which is going to be the linchpin. You know, it's going to be the key. So we get the devil card. So sometimes you just need to rise up and take control. You know, and this is where your shadow self can come in really handy. Because I find the shadow self is not very polite, you know, and the shadow self is like, I'm done. You know, it's just really going to tell people... why don't you shut your face? You know, why don't you mind your own business? When are you going to pay me back that money that you owe me? You promised me a raise, you know, so there is sort of this real tough spine inside of you. And here she is, or here he is, you know, wants to come up and say, no, I'm not doing this anymore. You know, I'm not going to feel anxious or upset. You know, I've worked too hard. This cycle has got to end. The worry, the pain, you know, I'm not like my sister, my brother, you know, I'm not like whoever. I'm just going to live my life the way I want to, and nobody else is going to stop me right now. So sometimes and this is why you got to love your shadow self, because they come in and protect you. That's where your shadow self thrives, you know. And you got to watch out for your shadow self too, how much power you give them. But right now, it looks like you wouldn't mind tapping them on the shoulder and saying, do you have anything to say about this right now? You know, can you speak up on my behalf? And you watch what happens. You watch the energy change, you know, and take over and just let it fly. Like, honestly, let it fly. It looks like you need to. I mean, within reason. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up, and good luck with all of this, and we'll see what the return of spirit has to say for you tomorrow. And love and light. Peace out. Bye.